Today we are working on skill work 8A. We have 29 times 74. So we'll set that up for vertical multiplication. 29 times 74. 4 times 9 is 36. Write the 6, carry the 3. 4 times 2 is 8, plus the 3 we carried is 11. Then we move over to the 7. 7 times 9 is 63. Write the 3, carry the 6. 7 times 2 is 14, plus the 6 we carried is 20. And then we add these two lines together. We get 6, 4, 1, and 2. So 2,146. Okay, number 2, we have 2,578 divided by 8. 8 is too big to go into 2, so we cannot write anything above the 2. It can go into 25 3 times. 3 times 8 is 24. 25 minus 24 is 1. Bring down the 7. 8 can go into 17 2 times. 2 times 8 is 16. Subtract, and we get 1. Bring down the 8. 8 can go into 18 2 times. 2 times 8 is 16. We used to say remainder 2, but now we say 2 out of 8. And we know 2 eighths can simplify to 1/4. So our answer is 322 and 1/4. Okay, 10 to the first power is just 10. 10 to the second power is 100. 10 to the third power is 1,000, because 10 to the second power means 10 times 10, which is 100. This is 10 to the second power. 10 to the third power means 10 times 10 times 10, which equals 1,000. Okay, so if we're multiplying by 10, we move our decimal one place to the right, we get 267. This is divide, excuse me. Okay, so I love these friction pens. They are fantastic. I love them. All right, so we have dividing by 10 to the first power. When we're dividing by 10 to the first power, we move our decimal one place to the left. Okay, so this is 2.67. If we're dividing by 10 to the second power, dividing by 100, we move our decimal 2 places to the left, 1, 2. So this is 0.267. If we're dividing by 10 to the third power, we move our decimal 3 places to the left, 1, 2, 3. And in this empty space, we put a 0. So this is 0.0267. Okay, now in the second part of number 3, we're multiplying. So this is multiplying by 10 to the third power. Remember, 10 to the third power is multiplying by 1,000. Okay, so we'll move our decimal 3 places to the right. Okay, and in any empty spaces, we will annex a 0. So 1, 2, 3, our decimal will go here. And in these empty spaces, we have 0. So it's 14100. Okay, 10 to the second power, 1, 2. That empty space gets a 0, 4, 3, 2, 0. Okay, 17.4 times 10 to the first power, we move our decimal 1 place to the right. So we get 174. Number 4, Jacqueline is running a 26.2-mile marathon. So far, she has run 1/10 of the marathon. How far has Jacqueline run? So this is 26.2, okay, times 1/10, because we want 1/10 of 26.2. So we're multiplying by 0.1. Okay, so this 1/10 multiplying by 1/10 is the same as dividing by 10. So we can think of this as 26.2 divided by 10. Okay. Either way, you're going to get the same answer, 2.62 miles. Okay. She has run 1/10 of it. So we're dividing by 10 or multiplying by 1/10. Remember, in math, of means multiply. So this is, the question is 1/10 of 26.2. So we're multiplying. Okay, and then you can, to divide by, that's it. So you can think of it as multiplication or division, whatever your preference is. Either way, you would get 2.62 miles. Okay. Order from least to greatest. Okay, so all of them have the whole number 6. That's the same, so that's great. So then let's go ahead to the 10th place. This has a 3 and a 3, so those are larger. So let's come back to those in a moment. These two both have a 0 in the 10th place. That's the same. And they both have a 3 in the 100th place. That's the same. So this would be smaller. The 6.03 would be smaller than the 6.035. And it helps if you think of it as money. This would be $6.03. And this 6.035 would be $6.03.50. So it's just a little bit larger. Okay, then these two numbers both have 6, that's the whole number, 3 in the 10th place. And then this one is finished. So it's just, if this were money, it would be $6.30. This has 6.305. So if this were money, it would be $6.30 and 1/2 cents. Okay, so this is smaller, 6.3 exactly. So that'd be exactly $6.30. This would be slightly larger. So this would be slightly larger, 6.305. Okay, that's least to greatest. Okay, the next least to greatest problem, we have, this has a 4 and that they all have the whole number 5. So let's look at the 10th place in each of them. So the 0.4s will be larger. Let's come back to those in a moment. So let's look at the 5.294 and the 5.29. 5.29 is smaller because it's finished here. This still has 4 in the 100th place. So it's 4/100ths larger than 5.29. So we have 5.29 followed by 5.294. And then we'll look at 5.42, 5.429. This is a little smaller, 5 and 42/100ths. This is 9,000 larger, 9,000, so 9 over 1,000 larger, so just a little bit larger, 5.429. Okay. Write each decimal in word form. So when we read the decimal, we pronounce it and, unless there's a dollar sign in the front of the number, then we would read it dollars and. So this is 2 and. Then we read this number the way that it's written and then the place value of the last number. So we would say 587 because that's the number 587. And then we would use the thousands because the last number is in the thousands place. So 587 thousandths. Okay, this would be 31 and 85, and the 5 is in the 100ths place, so 31 and 85 hundredths. Okay, number 7, locate 13/100ths on the number line. This is 0.1, 0.2. I'm going to assume you're counting by by hundredths here. So this would be 0.11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Yes, they're counting by hundredths. So I'm just going to label those 0.11, 0.12, 0.13 because they're counting by hundredths. And labeling these just takes a moment and it helps to make sure that you get the correct point. So 13/100ths will be right here. Number 8, Carter earned $140 by mowing lawns. His friend Travis earned $35. How many times more did Carter earn than his friend Travis? So we want to know how many times does 35 go into 140? That looks like it's probably going to be 4 times. So let's go ahead and check that with division. 140 divided by 35. Okay, and I'll just do the multiplication over here to check it. Times 4. 4 times 5 is 20. Write the 0, carry the 2. 4 times 3 is 12, plus the 2 we carried is 14. Yes, so that can go in 4 times. Okay, so Carter earned 4 times as much as Travis. And that was fifth grade Common Core Math Review 8A.